So when you think about AI and you think about the global workforce and you think about not because Americans are American centric, right? We don't think about other countries the way we think about America. So in 2030, if you had to, make a bet, and we're going to come back in 2030 and re-interview you on these bets, what do you think the world looks like in terms of labor force? And then do you think AI will shift it more so in industrial, like mature countries like America, UK, versus countries like Africa?
Well, I think AI has the possibility to be a real equalizer globally around purchasing power and quality of life. Frankly, I mean, if you think about Africa, I mean, part of the main reason is that you have the best demographics in terms of the population is growing. It's certainly growing faster than, say, China, Western Europe, even India. The birth rate is coming down significantly. So, like, ultimately, those countries will stop. They'll have to rely more on technical innovation to keep productivity growing, because they won't be able to rely on kind of like just a naturally evolving workforce. And so what you have in Africa are you have rapidly improving education systems. You have a whole generation of young people who can skip legacy technologies and they immediately move right to the newest technologies. You have a population that has and you've seen this over and over, even in the fintech space in Africa. I mean, they were mobile well before a lot of the world was. You see this in Brazil. Necessity is the mother of invention. In Brazil, you have some of the best payment systems around, because hyperinflation was to a point where you could get paid on Friday. If you didn't deposit the check on Monday, it was worth half its value. So, like, Brazil really quickly evolved some of the best payment systems in the world. So you see that happening, and to me, it gives me hope that what you're going to have is you won't have just one region of the world is the knowledge workers, and one region of the world is the agricultural workers, and one region is just extractive industries, but rather what you're going to see is a blend of all of them. And in some respects, that's kind of what's happening in the US economy right now. Yes, manufacturing is not really growing as this administration would like. A lot of that's competitive advantage, meaning like you have more skilled workforce in other parts of the world. Correct. But we haven't lost manufacturing altogether in the United States. And so eventually what you'll have is I believe a situation where you just have it's much more egalitarian the way work is distributed. And I like to think that Atlas plays some small role in that, because we're able to facilitate this global employment culture, and for organizations that are looking to find the best person no matter where they live, yes, hallelujah, we want to speak with you. But also what that does is, and the way we talk about it internally is, we're really democratizing work insofar as we're making it so much more accessible to do jobs without moving. You don't have to have global mobility necessarily to give people access to better and better jobs where they can continue to improve their quality of life.